Jets taking on the Las Vegas Raiders.
The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Amir Abdullah going to take it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go, here we go.
On the ground, it's Jacobs to start the drive. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This defense for the Jets, they were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Second down and a little more than a yard here. Once again, it's Jacobs. And Jacobs is going to have a Raiders first down as he'll get this up past the 35-yard line. The Raiders at 6-3 on the year, and they come in playing pretty well, 6-3 in their last 9.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Here's a handoff to Jacobs running left. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. You talk about this Jets defense. They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
So roughing the passer, and this is a unit, Charles. They hold their breath every time they see their quarterback go down and get hit like that.
Yeah, they understand how important these last couple of months are for this team. They can ill afford to have anything happen to him if they want to accomplish their goals.
Counter play with Jacobs. He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
'21. Hey, alert! Stay hot!
Now Garoppolo.
But the Jets pressure too much as down he goes.
Quinnen Williams make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
In every game we talk about what are going to be the keys as we go into it. Maybe that's a key for their defense today. Pressure the quarterback and make sure you play a good zone defense behind them, and they get their first sack of the contest.
Now whistles here, and I believe one of the Raider linemen might have been moving.
Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
White. Lock.
Garoppolo looks to throw. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Jets are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10
at the 34.
They'll start on the ground. Hall.
And he's brought down, but not before a really nice stiff arm to create a little space. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground. They went with the nickel look defensively, so they had 5 defensive backs in there. Didn't help them stop the run.
Yeah, I love that, the nickel look. 5 cents, 5 DBs. But what also happens then, you take a big body off the field in order to insert that guy. So you're taking a big off for a little. And oftentimes you can run the football effectively against that defense.
And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? Oh, what the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on, because when this combination is going good, they can tear your...
Fighting his way in for a Jets touchdown.
His 8th rushing touchdown, his 12th overall. And the Jets are on the board first here in Vegas. So a great start. They force the turnover on the other side and then take it down the field on their first drive and finish it off with a short touchdown run.
Nice and efficient. Excellent job blocking. Finds the gap and barrels into the end zone. Great way to finish off that drive.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it's 2nd down.
Here we go.
His throw incomplete.
You talk about this Jets defense.
They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
And all defensive teams that I know talk about creating turnovers. Takeaways, they call them. And anytime you can get 2 or more in a game, you've had a really, really good performance. They exceeded that.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off.
And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line.
For a team who came in here on a healthy winning streak, we're seeing some uncharacteristically bad play thus far. And that streak is definitely in jeopardy if this offense keeps giving the ball away and can't mount a few drives of their own.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Jets. Allen Lazard, his 2nd touchdown on the season.
And the Jets are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
The full team is involved in this game early, aren't they? Go down the field, score on offense, take the ball away on defense, and go right back and score again. You got to like the way that's working for them.
That's exactly right. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, 2-score lead. A little bit like you at breakfast this morning. I got to get this in. You had a perfect omelet, dropped it. So a little bit of a turnover. You went right back, though, and got that omelet and crushed it.
You got to do what you got to do, man. You got to do what you got to do.
A little worried about your hands, though.
Yeah.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice.
Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Picked off by DJ Reed.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the 2nd quarter.
And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line. Here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense...
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by DJ Reed. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
Boy, this defense is circling early. A pick 6 there, and they are off to the races here this 1st quarter.
And, partner, when you get off to a 1st quarter lead like this, it really frees you up defensively to take some chances, really apply some heat. And that was just a tremendous play to pick that ball off and bring it back for a score.
Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 28-0.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the 1st as another kickoff is away. Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there.
At their own 26-yard line. Here we go, here we go.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on 1st down. They'll begin on the ground with Jacobs. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the 1st quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Jacobs going to try the middle. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Now they get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. On 1st and 10, it's Hall to about the 40-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down. They'll give to Hall. He'll take this to the 46. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
From the 46, here's 2nd down and 7. On 2nd down, a run with Hall.
And he's going to be met at about the 43. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Throwing now is Rodgers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it. Sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Not good at all. Punt of just 24 yards there.
And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
At their own 19-yard line.
Here we go.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
On 2nd down, Jacobs.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've only converted once in 4 tries. This time it's 3rd and 3. Good footwork at the 30. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 7 yards there. Good enough to move the sticks. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw is Garoppolo.
A short throw, and that's hauled in by Mayer.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
The throw over the middle taken in. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Here we go.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
Here we go.
Temporarily out of field goal range now as they come up on a 2nd and long after the holding call.
21. Here we go.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo.
Mayer there to bring it in.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 21. A good pickup there at 22.
It's a well-designed play here. 3 wide receivers in the formation. They're all going to run deep routes to put pressure on the safeties. And then they let their tight end cut his route off a little shorter and work toward the middle of the field. That's a difficult route to try to defend.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Jacobs trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
1, Omaha.
One more time with Jacobs. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
That's a nice example of good team defense right there. Ball was snapped at the 1-yard line. They knocked them back and caused a loss. But you notice they were trying to find any type of a gap to run through. Wasn't one available, and they stuffed the play right.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders.
Robbie Chosen
from 3 yards out.
And the Raiders are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And it's now a 28-7 ball game. On is the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Raiders pick it up. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that sixth sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within.
Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Here we go, here we go, here we go.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And now here is another interception.
It's Chuck Clark picking it off. He's to the 15.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Jet touchdown.
I mean, at this point, CD, what is not going their way in this first half? After that pick six, they now have a 4-possession lead here.
And that allows them to say to themselves, how about we get everybody involved, okay? Because this one is a runaway, and it's looking like it's going to be even more of a runaway. Everybody gets a chance to play and get a little bit of love. The more guys that get to watching the highlight reels from this one, the better.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive.
And with the score where it is, even though I think they'd love to get back to the locker room, they may be forced to try and get something out of this drive.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And the Jets set to receive this third quarter kickoff, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in the second half.
And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, it's hard to imagine the first half going any better for them, CD, and now here as they begin their first series of the second half. I mean, they score here. This one, it's pretty much out of reach.
We honestly might already be at that point, partner, because this team, they were dominant in the first half, continue to be dominant now, and I think they're viewing this as a put-away drive on their way to a lopsided victory.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. Here's Rodgers to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
Oh, good move. And now off to the races down the right side. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 37. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 74 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They'll go again with Hall.
Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all.
Tackle there by Jerry Tillery.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9.
Now it's Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
They'll run with Hall.
And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A terrible spot for a holding call as they'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal.
Give to Hall running right.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Still a ways from the end zone as they come up now on 2nd and goal.
One more time with Hall.
And he's in. Touchdown, Jets.
Breece Hall with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground. And he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
2nd down, Jacobs once more.
And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Brandon, you're a big lover of music. How about what you just saw there? This is what I call playing the piano for a defensive lineman. The ability to move laterally up and down the line of scrimmage. How about the way he just flowed and got to the outside part of the field and made that play?
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And my goodness, another interception.
Picked off by Ashton Davis.
And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown.
And Charles, for this offense, those interception woes they kind of had in the first half have now followed them into the second half. And for this defense, they take advantage, turn that into a pick 6.
And that defense is in a spot now where they're thinking about ways to close this game out. And as confidently as they've been playing, I expect them to do exactly that.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
Here's Abdullah from his end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive.
Now Garoppolo to try again after the pick six. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Adams. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
That's good. Las Vegas, first down.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the third quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
On second down, here's Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off by DJ Reed. And the Jets are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
On first down, right back to Hall.
And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line.
123 yards rushing for him now as his big night continues. A good position to be in here, second and inches. Hall again.
And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
From down at the 12, it's first and 10. Hall ought to give up the middle.
And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Jordan Phillips is the one on the stop.
Well, how about the big guy there showing some agility? He just flowed from his D-tackle position in order to make that play.
Here's a carry for the fullback. This is Andy Janovich. And he'll be taken down after a minimal pickup, and that will take us to the end of quarter number 3. Back now in Las Vegas. Welcome back, everybody. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here now a third down and 8.
Hey, 88.
Now Rodgers on the bootleg.
This pass out wide to Hall.
And he'll be brought down well short of the first at about the 9-yard line.
So Rodgers will depart, and on is Greg Zuerlein for the Jets field goal.
From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so, and maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset. Keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And their 4-game win streak very much in jeopardy as they go to work here late with a first and 10.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Now a give to Jacobs running right.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Give them 12 yards that time, and a Las Vegas first.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be third and less than a yard. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
And he is going to have the Raiders first down, maybe by about a yard as they find a way to convert on 3rd and inches.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. 79 Broncos.
Throwing on first down, O'Connell.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now a 2nd and 10. To throw here, O'Connell.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick.
And the Jets are going to take over here up near the 40. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long. Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces, and I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time.
Here comes Abdullah on the return.
It's a return of 5 following a punt of 42 yards. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Call it a loss of 5, a big sack to bring up 3rd down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set here as they try to stop this 3rd down.
To the left side and taken in by Chosen.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line.
Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the second time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
139 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Ball again on second down.
Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be third and about a foot or two.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up third and inches.
They'll run with Hall. And just good downhill running there as he'll take this to the 15-yard line.
It's a gain of 10.
Well, fans usually love to see scoring.